So good day everyone. So today we'll be discussing about the impact, issues and controversies in biotechnology. So first is what is biotechnology? So biotechnology basically is a technology that utilizes living organisms such as microbes, plants, cells and etc. to create new products, processes and innovation that are useful to man. And biotechnology is an ancient practice. However, modern biotechnology, particularly genetic engineering, is now reshaping the world. So biotechnology plays a growing role in medicine, agriculture, and environment. In medicine, biotechnology is now utilized to create vaccines for different kind of viruses and diseases. And in agriculture, biotechnology is now utilized in crop improvements, making crops pest resistance, high yielding, and climatic tolerance, as well as in environment. So through bioremediation, so biotechnology is being utilized to in cleaning the environment. So however, biotechnology benefits comes with complexity. It raises significant concerns in social, ethical, and legal challenges. So here are some social issues in biotechnology. So first is public perception and awareness. So the perception of people towards biotechnology products are split into two sides. So some are being supportive and some are not. So why is it some distrust the product of biotechnology? So it is because they lack the understanding or they lack the knowledge about biotechnology. Mo nang wala sila salig because some people tend to judge a thing or something without knowing its full context. Mo nang dili sila mo trust bisag wala sila kabalo kung maka-benefit ba na or dili sila. So next is inequality and accessibility. So biotech progress widens the gap between rich and the poor. Kay we all know that um, creating biotechnology or developing a product in biotechnology is a quite expensive process. Therefore, its product is also expensive. Mo nang ang maka-access ra is katurang mga financial capability. Therefore, the poor people is or has limited access lang yun sa mga biotechnology products kay mahal man siya. Therefore, creating an imbalance and widening the gap between the rich and the poor. So next is the health and safety worries. So these concerns revolves in the long-term effects of genetically modified organisms or GMO in the human health and the environment. Kay this is a new product, therefore we don't know the long-term effect of its basin daig kanang sa pinakasugdanan ra siya maayo and the long-term effect is negative. So therefore, raising questions ang mga tao about it. Therefore, kanang rigorous testing and regulation are very essential in developing or in utilizing biotechnology products, especially GMO. So next is ethical concern. So this is a moral heart of the debate. So modern biotechnology allows us to modify and manipulate life forms. This raises profound moral debates about genetic modification and cloning and kanang the kaning sacredness of life. So next is the labeling of genetically modified products or products. So first is consumers right to know. So it is very important to have a clear label on the product that being marketed as a GM products. This is to inform the consumers of what they are buying, or what is the food that or the product they are buying, if it is a GMO or not, as well as it could help us build the trust of the public to the product. So next is transparency and trust. So honest labeling is could help build the trust of the public towards the GM products, while lack of it leads to public distrust. So third is economic implications. So GM products or labeling in GM products could affect its cost, because it could make it more expensive or more affordable, as well as its trade, because it is affected with different trade regulation in every country, as well as the market acceptance. So many people are split about if the product or of GM products or the product of GM technology could really have a great impact or benefits to the humankind without negative effects. So third is government policy. So in every country around the world, there are different types of labeling rules when it comes to GM products. So next is the intellectual property rights or IPR in biotechnology. So in order to attract more investors and fuel the development of biotechnology, particularly in um, genetic engineering, so we need to consider some legal frameworks in order to protect innovation, as well as the intellectual property rights of the innovators and investors. So first is the patenting of life forms. So this is a major legal debate. So in the concerns about should we allow the ownership of some genes, seeds, and organism. So while it rewards katong mga investors, it also pose a moral questions about the ownership of life. So second is the impact on farmers and researchers. So makaingon ta diri nga patenting like biotech seeds can severely restrict the scientific freedom of researchers. So it could impact the independence of the farmer. So it could impact the economic independence of the farmer gid kay mahal man ang kaning mga seeds, and ang research is malimit gid ang iyang naglimit gid siya sa research tungod kay mas daghan mag restriction sa paggamit ana nga mga biotech products. So third is the innovation versus monopoly. So the patents are designed to reward inventors and promote innovation. So however, if it could control becomes too excessive, so it can create monopolies and iyang i-hinder ang further research and benefits sa sa biotech products. So next is the global fairness. So kaning global fairness nag-raise ni siya og ethical issue kay tungod sa unfair nga distribution of the benefits that we could get from kanang biotechnology products sa mga kanang developed and developing countries. Kay we all know that developed countries has the economic capability to afford such a biotechnology product, as well as to conduct research to develop their own biotechnology products, while they, on the other hand, kaning mga developing countries don't have the capabilities to conduct research as well as to afford katong mga mahal na kayo nga mga biotechnology products. So next in the not the list is the law on IPR. So in the Philippines, law on IPR is known as the Republic Act 8293, or the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines. So in participation of international treaties like the WIPO or World Intellectual Property Organization, so these laws provide protection for inventors while promoting public welfare and ethical use of genetic resource. So in conclusion, so biotechnology is really inseparable with different types of challenges, especially on social challenges, ethical challenges, and economical challenges. So in social challenges, dili na to ma-relate ang katong mga perceptions and awareness accessibility and unequal access that can widen the gap between the rich and the poor. So katong mga perceptions mga tao diri mo ni ang mga social challenges. So ethical challenges katong mga diri ma-relate ang katong mga debates over genetic modification, cloning, and ownership of lives, o katong mga moral concerns about manipulating living organisms, as well as in economic challenges katong mga patent labeling and market control and can affect farmers, trade, and innovation. So katong mga about sa patent and how it can affect the prices and accessibility sa mga economic challenges. So mo na siyang balancing profit in public benefit is very critical in developing biotechnology, especially in genetically modified organisms. So responsible use. So i-ensure ginato that biotechnology is use can benefit people while protecting the society and the environment. Kay mo ni siya pinaka-importante nga role, benefit without harming the environment. Mo nang need kayo og kanong further research and testing before gid nga igamit sa field ang isa ka biotechnology, kay basig harmful na siya sa environment. So in reflection with the topic, so ethics and transparency are essential for guiding biotechnology. Responsibility, building public trust, and ensuring innovation benefits society without causing harm. So maunto siya nga mag-benefit gid dapat ang biotechnology sa mga people without causing harm, both in the environment and the people that are using it. So that's all. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned something today, and God bless.